finish stage. They're not quite there yet in terms of where the other class was, but steers that are really nice throughout their lines, have enough shape and dimension to them, just not quite as nice when you get your hands on them and comparing them to the three above them.
Thank you. First in that class is Kate Webb, exhibitor number 122 with nubs. Second is Kristen Dixon, exhibitor 116 with Dwayne. Third is Jillian Weens, exhibitor 120 with Potsy. Fourth is Jesse Prosick, exhibitor 115 with Spice. And fifth, Aaron Casey, exhibitor 118 with Ace. Coming into the ring now is our second split of straight-bred Hereford Market steers. We have exhibitor 121, Isla Duke, with Square D Pillar 74F. Following is Kaden Lishka, exhibitor 119, with Steer. We then have Grace Mizek, exhibitor 126 with SWAT. And following is Kyla Lees, exhibitor 117 with Toby. And speaking of Lees, I was asked to announce a special day today. Don't be upset with me because I'm doing this because I was asked. We'd like to wish Emma Lees a happy 16th birthday today. So if you see her, wish her a happy 16th birthday. She's shaking her head at me. Not my fault. And then from my understanding, there is cake in the hospitality suite at the hotel. Is that still correct, Lena? Yes. So if you'd like to join Emma on her 16th birthday, go for cake at the hotel at the hospitality suite.
Staring down the barrel of a heart like mine and get you burning like a wildfire, baby. Running out of control, take you walking on a high line crazy. No net down below, it's gonna get a little too far out there. Just you wait and see. Love you like a wildfire. Come swimming in the flames with me. Chases a comet and move you like the wind through the amber waves of grain. I want to lay you down in a field of autumn clover, honey. Don't look down, just take my hand. Wildfire, baby, running out of control. Take you walking on the highway crazy. No net down below, it's gonna get a little too far out there. Just you wait and see. Love you like a wildfire, wildfire. Come swimming in the flames with me.
A word from our judge.
Well, the steer that wins the class for me quite easily does it hands down. I'm truly impressed with the steer, how he still carries himself so well for being as finished as he is. It's just a really neat steer to watch, and honestly, I thought he'd actually weigh more than he does, so it's impressive to see that he's just kind of holding it all together there really neatly in a really cool package, and it's still really nice when you get your hands on him. Our second place steer probably is just going to come in second just for length of spine, amount of rib shape this steer has. He's got a little bit more quarter to him than the steers below him. He just obviously doesn't have the bloom that the steer above him has as far as natural muscling ability and the way he ties it all together. Our third place steer, again, a really nice steer to get your hands on. He's adequate in his finish. He just doesn't have as much quarter, as I mentioned, as the two above him do. A sound enough steer on the move. Our steer that's going to round out the class is by easily the biggest ribbed steer. The steer is incredibly deep made, and I love him through that middle third. For me, he just doesn't have enough in that hind end. In comparing him to the three above him, again, a steer, you just got to give him a little bit more natural muscling for the amount of rib shape he has and for as big as he is at this stage of the game.
Thank you. First in that class, Exhibitor 117, Kyla Lees with Toby. Second, Exhibitor 119, Caden Lishka with Steer. Third, Exhibitor 121, Isla Duke with Square D Pillar 74F. And fourth, Grace Misek, Exhibitor 126 with SWAT.
Better hold on tight before you know.
Now from those two splits, we have the champion and reserve champion Hereford influenced market steer. Our champion straight-bred Hereford market steer is sponsored by DKC Herefords. Reserve champion straight-bred Hereford market steer sponsored by Anderson Herefords. If anybody is here from DKC Herefords or Anderson Herefords, could we have you come down to ringside to present these prizes? Sorry, once again, this is champion straight-bred Hereford market steer. And thank you to Braun Ranch for sponsoring those two splits. Coming back into this championship, we have Kate Webb with Nubs and Kristen Dixon with Dwayne 20F. We also have Kyla Lees with Toby and Caden Lishka with Steer.
That is the beauty in life's mystery. I'm gonna live like tomorrow never comes.
A word from our judge.
A committee for having me out and asking me to come judge this show. This show has honestly, I think, been the talk of the cattle barns for the last, I'm sure, 365 days when you guys decided it was coming to Weyburn. So I've been trying to figure out a way how to get here, and it was a pretty easy decision when they asked me to judge. And it's been incredibly fun. The cattle we've seen today have been outstanding. And it's just been a pleasure to sort through them. I hope that you've been able to follow me throughout the day. I'm not asking you to agree with me because obviously it's my opinion and that's what I'm sticking with today, but at least if you can follow where I've gone and what I've seen, that's all I can ask of you as an audience. We've seen impeccable cattle out here. We've seen some incredible kids as well. Not all of you are able to make it back to the championship class, of course, but we've sent some real good ones back and be proud of them on what you brought here today. So with that, I'll go and select two champions. Thank you to you all for sticking out with me today. I can't imagine you guys being here for the last couple days, and tomorrow I'm sure will be a hot one as well, too. So thanks again, and we'll go and select you two final champions for the day.
Can we also give Jordan a round of applause for coming out here and doing this incredibly tough job of sorting through these cattle and these kids today?
A cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Your grand champion, straight-bred Hereford Market steer is Kyla Lees with Toby, sponsored by DKC Herefords. reserve champion straight bred Hereford Market steer is Kate Webb with Nubs, sponsored by Anderson Herefords. Thank you to everyone who worked behind the scenes today, as well as thank you to everyone who came and watched and supported these kids from the stands today. Hopefully we're able to see you back tomorrow.